Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be exploring operators in C++. So let's get started. So what are operators? Operators are specific characters which we use to perform specific operations such as arithmetic operations or comparison operators and so on. Now in this video, we are going to explore comparison operators, assignment operator, and arithmetic operators. First of all, let's start with arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators are operators which are used to perform arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. The main arithmetic operators are plus, minus, multiplication symbol, and division symbol. The second kind of operators are assignment operators. Now, assignment operators are used to assign a specific value. Equal to sign is an assignment operator because we assign value through it, such as x equal to 5. So we specify that the value 5 belongs to x. We assign the value 5 to x. Now the third kind of operators are comparison operators. Now comparison operators are used to compare something. If you want to compare that if a particular number is greater than another number, we can use comparison operators. Now let's move to the practical part. Let's open the compiler. Here, let's write hash include IO stream using namespace std, then int main, and then we'll open curly bracket. Now let me create a variable x, and inside that I'll store 5, and another variable I'll create y. Inside that I'll store 2. Now let's try to perform arithmetic operations. So first of all, I'll directly print the arithmetic operation. So I'll write cout x plus y, and then I'll also put an end here also. And the second method is to create a separate variable. So I'll create a separate variable also called sum. And inside that also I'll store x plus y. Now if I also print sum and also endl, both of them will print the same result. As you can see, both of them prints 7 cells. Now in a similar way, I'll use the same x and y to perform subtraction, multiplication, division. So I'll create another variable int difference, which shows x minus y, and then again I'll print in two ways by using the two methods. And then I'll create another variable for storing product. And then I'll create another variable for storing difference. This variable should be named quotient. Now if I print, as you can see, by using both of the methods, every single operation which I have performed using both the methods gives us the same result. That means in C++ we can use either of these both methods to get the same result. Now apart from these arithmetic operators, there is also one more primary type of arithmetic operator, which is modulus. Now what does modulus do? Modulus is used to get the remainder of a division. So the symbol of modulus is like this, like a percentage symbol. Now if I need to print modulus, I can write int remainder is equal to x modulus y. And then let me also print this using both the methods. if I run, it will print the remainder. As you can see, it prints the remainder as 1. So 5 divided by 2 gives 1 as the remainder. Now we have performed arithmetic operations. Now let's try to perform comparison operators. Now let's try to compare x and y. Now I'll create another variable and I'll name it as bool. Now why am I giving it the data type bool? That means boolean. Is that whenever we check condition, only two values we'll be able to get. The first one is true and the second one is false. Since true and false are boolean values, I'll give the data type of this variable as bool. And then I'll name a variable and then I'll name it. So I'll name it as greater because it checks greater than a number. So I'll write greater, then equal to, then I'll write x greater than y. Now again I'll print it using both of the methods. The first method is to directly print x greater than y. So I'll wrap x greater than y inside a bracket and then end. Then cout the variable which is greater and let's print. As you can see, it prints 1. Now this 1, like I explained in the previous video, 1 stands for true and 0 stands for false. Now this stands for true, that means x is greater than y. If you also check it manually, yes, 5 is greater than 2. Now the second thing we can check is that equal. So I'll write whether x is equal to y. So if we need to check whether something is equal, we need to put double equal to because single equal to stands for assignment. So we need to use double equal to check equality. Again, I'll print it. As you can see, it prints 0. That means x is not equal to y. 0 means false. And similarly, we can use lesser. We can check whether x is lesser than y. It prints 0. That means it's false. 5 is not lesser than 2. Now, let me introduce the concept of comments. Now, comments are those line of code that we write which are completely ignored by the compiler. And comments are meant to be understandable or readable by humans, whoever sees the code. Let's suppose in this code I've written so many things. Now, if someone looks at this code, at the first glance itself, if I want to let the person know that this is for addition, this is for subtraction, I can just put a comment. Now, in order to add a comment in C++, I need to put 2 forward slashes. If I put 2 forward slashes, as you can see, it automatically gets grayed out. That means it's ignored by the compiler. And if I write addition, I think making this would be able to see. So I'll write subtraction, multiplication, division, remainder, greater than, equal to, and lesser than. Now if I run this code, you notice that the system will not throw any error nor print any additional things because this comment has been completely ignored by the compiler. Now, there's also one more type of operator which is logical operators, which we'll cover in the next video. So this concludes this video. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like it. Thanks for watching.